Abuse VQ. Stay locked in.
So just wanted to keep y'all in the loop. I just received my RNG Radiator guard for my RC390. It's going to go, I don't know if y'all can see right in here. So it's gonna go behind this factory guard and protect the radiator. And I thought it was a good pickup only because with me being on the highway, and I mean, it's a good pickup regardless, but with me being on the highway and literally seeing all the roadkill and all that other stuff that can turn into a projectile, God forbid, somebody else rolls over it, I roll over it, and it kicks back, you want to be protected. You want to be protected. So let's start with getting it installed. It's looking real simple, squad. Look like we got 1, 2, 3, where we at? 3, 4 right there, and then 5, and the 6th one is gonna be on the bottom right over there. So it's gonna be what, 6 hex bolts, and then it's gonna be 4 10mm screws. So let's get in here, let's get it changed. It really doesn't look like anything too crazy, but I like the idea. I saw another YouTuber had picked it up, and it gives me that extra peace of mind, you know what I mean, to make sure like my bike is good when we're on the road. And doing my research on it, it doesn't overheat, like it doesn't make your radiator any hotter or anything like that. With the ventilation and the way it's designed, it still allows it to breathe. But you see, with that tight mesh pattern, that is way better than this, to where a big ass projectile or something can get lodged in the radiator and then you're assed out. You're really asking for a bad day. So let's get in here, let's get it changed. Y'all already know the vibe, team. And just as a heads up for you guys, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Oop, I got it upside down. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it if it's too small. This is a size 4 Allen wrench. Y'all can see it there? Yeah, boom. All right. So that's what you're gonna need to take these off. So as I'm seeing now, squad, your top bolts, to take these 2 top bolts out, just make sure you remember it's these that go in the top, and then it's gonna be these small bolts here that go on the side, just so you don't mix up your bolts. And I try and keep everything lined up. So this is the bottom, middle, and then the top. So now when I put everything back, you don't have to worry about mixing up bolts. All your bolts are somewhat in chronological order as far as reinstalling, and that should help you square some of your stuff away. So let's get the rest of this stuff off for this initial guard, because the RNG radiator guard goes right behind this, and then we put this back on, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go. All right, squad, so we got the stock radiator guard off. Again, you see, kind of bland. It has hella gaps for quite a few things to fit through, compared to the RNG. Like I said, you see this mesh, way tinier. Like it would have to either be a serious projectile to get through this, or a direct shot. Like it would have to be perfect aim, and this makes me feel way more comfortable. So let's clean this up a little bit. Let's get this out the packaging. Let's go. So honestly, squad, I just wet a shop towel with some water. Really didn't even make it soapy, just to wipe this stuff off. You know what I mean? And get it clean. That's the name of the game. Get it clean, get it clean. Just wipe it down. That's all we doing. So initial cleaning done. Nice and clean, nothing crazy. We just want to put it back on clean. Now let's pop this open and get crazy with it because we got to take these 4 bolts off. So those are 4 10mm bolts. So that's going to be 1, 2, oops, what's his name out? I picked that up. The metal screw and grommet over there fell, so I picked that up. But screw there, that's 2. Then you have them down here, 3 and 4 right back there. So those are the 4 10mm we got to take out now so we can mount this. Let's get going. All right, squad, so we took the 4 bolts off, right? But I just want y'all to keep in mind, these 4 bolts have washers, all right? So when you take the bolt off, make sure you take the washer off as well. So when you put it back for the reinstallation, your washer is on the outside, so that can give the radiator guard a flusher, I don't know if that's a word, but a flush fit, so you don't have to worry about anything poking out or anything of that nature. So we're gonna go in that direction. Let's take this out the packaging and get going. All right, squad, so we had to do a little modification. Your boy kind of effed up in there a little bit. Let's see, as you can clearly see, this says RC390 14 to 21. Was a little overzealous when I saw it. But it does still line up. Everything is good with putting the old guard back in. That should help compress the bottom, which I'm not worried about. But you don't need to take the 2 screws, or you probably do if you get the right one. But I'll put a screw in up here to hold that. Now I'm gonna put the other screw in up top. We're gonna tighten that down and see what we get from there. And then let's motivate with putting that back on, and we'll be good to go, team. So what I did, I'm sorry, I had to cut the lower mounting points. Use my Dremel, cut those off. So we're good on that. Everything fits, it lines up. I can still use it, it still works. Let's lock it in. All right, squad, we locked in. What y'all think? It looks sexy or narp? What's up? Yeah, that left bolt there, I'm gonna have to come back and check that because that was not lining up whatsoever, Mo. So I zip tied that shit for right now. But 5 out of 6, I'm not tripping. This shit is sturdy, is locked in, is not moving, is not going nowhere. We are good, team. You know what I mean? I like it. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, you know what I mean? But yeah, sexy. Love the extra orange and everything. Gives a little extra pizzazz to it, you know what I mean? But yeah, wavy, let's get it. You already know, squad. RNG, radiator guard. We in there, slight modification. But for the most part, we got this shit to work. Let's start it up. Plenty of ventilation, so we should be good, team. You already know. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button, lock into your boy. You already know. Your boy Sir V, aka that OG. We out of here. Let's go.